As with pretty much all games nowadays, unlike flat pack furniture, they don't come with a set of instructions, so it's up to you to try and figure out what to do. Now, although World War Z is a basic third-person shooter where all you've really got to do is run around, kill zombies with your mates and work as a team, how hard can that be? Well, in theory, it is pretty simple, but in order to get the best enjoyment out of the game, it does help to have a better, more in-depth knowledge and understanding of the game itself, and I'm going to give that to you right now. Hi, I'm Rude and thank you for watching. So, this beginner's guide, by the end of the video, hopefully you're going to have a better idea of the game itself and be able to implement your own strategies. That way you're going to get the best out of the game. So let's get straight on with it. So firstly, familiarise yourself with the menu. Really dead easy. I don't need to explain this to you, but what I would suggest is go to your settings. Definitely, first thing you need to do is just double check that all your settings, so your keybinds if you're a PC player like me, or your controller settings if you're on a Xbox or PlayStation, just make sure that the settings are how you like it. Basics. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go on to the offline mode. But online and offline mode accesses the same information, but I just want to concentrate on this primarily because my suggestion to you is that when you play your first game, and I know you're dying to play your first game because I couldn't wait to get in my first game, but I really do recommend just do your very first game offline. Just get to grips with the game and how it feels. So on this section here, we've got your episode selections, so you've got your quick play. That literally throws you into any random game that's going on. Quick play on the offline mode, it doesn't really matter, it'll just choose a random map because at the end of the day, there's only you and the other 3 characters will be played by NPCs. New York, episode 1. If you look at these, you've got 3. So Descent is your very first. After that, you've completed that chapter, you'll go on to Tunnel Vision and then Hell and High Water. This follows to suit through all of these, except for Tokyo, which has only got 2. Okay, so they're your episodes, and I always recommend your very first ever game, definitely start with Descent in New York. So the other thing we need to look at on this section is your difficulty rating. I wouldn't bother with easy, and you know, even if you're the worst gamer in the world, I really don't think easy is right for you. Normal, I think, is actually the easy one. I think normal is very competent. Anyone can pretty much get through that, especially with the NPCs, or even if you're playing online with people. I tend to play very hard most of the time, but I'll sometimes, if I'm finding that the game lobbies that I'm getting in, if the players aren't as good as they'd like to think they are, or they've maybe overreached by going into the very hard, I'll jump back into the hard section because I'd rather complete a level and get the full credits and XP for weapons and my classifications than I would do if I'm doing very hard where you're not going to complete the level. So they're the ones I'd recommend. So normal to start off with, get to grips with it, then move into the hard section, definitely. And I'm not even going to go near that until I have got 3 other players that are fantastic. I am not going near that because I would imagine it literally is insane. So customizations. Weapon customization, very simple. 3 tiers of weapons and your melee weapons. There's your golden spoon. These things, very simple, two levels, as you can see. So they go up to level 5, your different XP, your different costs to level up your different weapons. As you see, they get progressively more expensive the further up you go. And that's pretty much it. Your weapons, you will pick up different weapons as you go in game. You'll find ones that work for you. I'll do a different video on the best weapons that I recommend, but for the minute, that's all you need to concentrate on. The classes, however, now this is something that you need to pay attention to, and this is something that I would definitely recommend 5 minutes having a look through before you start your game. Just get an idea of what they are. Now, when I started playing, I literally started leveling up the Gunslinger. As you can see, I've opened everything up. It's level 30. I haven't bought everything because I didn't feel that they were worth for me to buy for my particular style of gameplay. I've gone with the ones that work for me. I then went on to Medic. I'm still leveling this up. It's at level 25 now, and furthering up. But look at what the other ones are and see which one's for you. And that's that. That's your classes. So now, let's get on to gameplay. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So in campaign mode, like I recommended, offline mode, best to start with just to get you going. Difficulty, I've gone with normal. As I say, easy is far too easy. And then we're going to go into New York and we're going to select the first level, Descent, first chapter of the first episode. So once you're in this page, this is where you can then change your class. And I'd recommend just to start with, just go with the gunslinger. The reason being, you get a grenade and you start with an SMG as your primary weapon. So once we're ready to go, we'll start the game. So as you can see at the bottom here, we've got the automatic NPCs that are going to play the game with you. So the key thing primarily to remember is stealth. Okay, so when you go in, what you want to do is just gently go in when there's no zombies around and such. Don't make too much noise. So you'll find that you've got these little bags here that are dotted around the map in different places. They get less as you progress through the levels and you go on to harder difficulties. So in this case, the frag grenades, but if I was, for example, medic and I was using stim shots, then that's what they'd replace, these kit bags. So we also have medikits and your ammo. Refill your ammo at every possible opportunity. Whenever you open a door or any interface like that, just always be wary before you go through, because you never know what's on the other side.
Wrong floor, assholes.
So here we have a crate. Now these crates have got different things in them depending on what it is. So we've now picked up a nice heavy weapon, an RPG rocket launcher. Other items are the rocket propel grenade. We have a chainsaw, a heavy machine gun, or an assault shotgun. So yet again we have crossbow. That's a tier 3 weapon. Fires projectiles that then have little explosive tips on the end. Just to upgrade. Now what you also need to be aware of is these guys down here. We'll activate this. They're going to form a pyramid. Now the trick to pyramids is go for the base. So as you can see, these are building up quite quickly now. But if I start now top-hugging away at the base, watch how they drop. There you go. You'll always get the odd few that go up. But again, also be aware of your surroundings. There could always be something coming at any point. Here we have the heavy grenade launcher. So if I was to have that one now. So this guy, gas bag. You can see the cloud of gas that he's left over there. If you shoot these guys in the head, they don't release gas, and that gas is toxic. This guy over here, this is a bull. Now bulls, these guys can only be taken out from the back. Now you see here, if I can just show you where we're looking, that little patch there, it's a little sweet spot on his back where the body armour's cracked. So that's where you kill him from behind. Otherwise, if you've got a heavy enough weapon, you can actually shoot his helmet, but you have to do that quite a lot, and that will then crack his helmet open. Right, these things. Automatic turret defense kit and barbed wire. There's also electrified wire and a large gun that comes on a tripod sort of thing. So think about your areas when you're setting up. So each level has an area where you've got to do a prepare a defense. And there's a timer about to start in a sec. There you go, there's the timer. So 1:10. Now because the NPCs don't pick up any of the defences, that means that you can go around and do them all. Now I'm going to go and get this big thing. Bulls just dropped down there, which I'm going to get in a second. Ah, okay, so there you go. Creepers can come out and... or lurkers. Creepers, lurkers, same sort of thing. So I'll wait for a bit of help there. Heavy machine gun. Another bull. Got him from behind. So if you've got people who are going to be shooting behind you and you're at front, it's always key. Duck down. Crouch. Now the reason for this is you don't want to be getting friendly fire. The harder the levels, the more damage that does to you. when it comes to doing your challenges, so each section you do a beginning bit, then you've got a sort of defense phase, then you've got to go somewhere, then you've got to do a challenge, and then you end up with another sort of staying alive issue. Before you open up a zone, always make sure you've killed all the zombies. So we've not had one of the specials yet, which is a screamer. Now a screamer has a megaphone attached to him, and he obviously noise attracts more of the Zeke. These guys, even though I've just been in the room, they will reappear. So that's pretty much it. So just to recap, practice offline, start on the normal difficulty, work your way up. Upgrade your weapons to silence, so get the silencers on them as soon as possible. Be stealthy, communicate with your team, work together, stick together. None of this Lone Ranger hero crap. All that happens is you get killed. Headshot for the hazmats, soft spot on the bulls, and if you can't do that, get the headshots. Don't charge at them straight away if you're the only person around, because you will get clobbered. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy the game, it's fantastic. I knew there was one I'd forget. Don't forget, don't open up new areas until you've killed all the zombies that are around you. By doing that, all you're doing is creating far too many zombies for you to cope with. And always, always refill your ammo at every opportunity, especially once you've ended a section, before you move on to the next zone. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope it's been informative for you. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more content that I produce on this game, then please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to tick the bell, then you can be notified of when I upload new videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Happy zombie killing.